looking for Dr.
Yes, that's me. Nice to meet you.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Are you ready for the tour?
Sure.
We are going to be touring the wing.
The wing.
Yes, the wing. Be sure to make note of the precise location of all of the fire extinguishers and eye wash stations. Ah, look, the office.
The office?
No, the supply closet. Inside you'll find medical kits, screwdrivers, Phillips, regular and ultimate, and recyclable garbage bags. But sadly, no eye wash stations. And here we have room 313. A complete psychopath. Textbook psychopath. In particular, Pearson, 5th edition, volume 3, chapter 4. Hey, 313.
What's up?
I'm trying to acclimate our intern, and I thought perhaps you could introduce yourself, and maybe tell her how you got here.
Could I have a pen?
Well, you see, when I was growing up, I learned that cats always land on their feet, right?
Of course.
So, as a scientist, I couldn't just take that as it is. I had to test it.
Naturally.
And I lived in a foster home, and the foster home had like 12 cats. So I gathered them all up, and I was going to take them to the roof, and then those bastards stopped me. They said, "You can't treat animals like that." They just kept going on and on about it. You can only imagine how they reacted to when they found my control group of dogs buried in the backyard.
Jesus Christ.
I know, a few more hours and I would have had really good data. And then additionally, my foster mother didn't really like that all that much.
Well, some people just don't understand science.
Yeah, that got me booted out of my second foster home of that year. How people are only good for getting in the way of my experiments.
Well, then we'll leave you to it. Well, what did you think? Did you learn anything?
I definitely think he needs to stay in that cell.
I agree completely. No need to go back into there ever again. And, in this cell, we have a person who tried to be an astronaut the hard way. Turns out fireworks don't have quite enough thrust. Bottom of the line, this man, when he hears loud noises, gets a little violent. Right, Bunny? Anyway. And this is the cell where Amelia Earhart crashed.
What?
Yep, she was out cold. And this one thought the administration was out to get them. And the administration, they were not pleased. And here we are, at room 341.
What's his story?
Well, see, his story is a bit funny.
Why is that?
He has depression. Of course it will be funny.
The boot in the face, the brute heart of a brute like you.
Nice poem. Is it yours?
Class. I'm afraid I don't write my own poetry anymore. Not since the incident.
What happened?
Well, it can all be traced back to the stupidity of children. You see, children cannot appreciate fine literature. As an English teacher, it was my job to make sure they could understand it. And we were making such progress. They even came to my after-school poetry club. They were particularly fond of my own work, of course, and Nietzsche and Plath, and the other writers who perceived life as it truly was, a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, symbolizing nothing.
Shakespeare.
Clever girl. Only my students have been half as good as you. But alas, pack mentality defeats individual thought. One day, I told them to go out into the world, to carve their own message into it. The next day, only one student returned.
Why did only one student show up?
Well, they ran out of bullets. Apparently, those morons understood mathematics about as well as they understood poetry.
I don't mean that they...
You can never underestimate how quickly the weak-minded will take your ideas to heart, or to head, or to temple. Hell of a God.
Wow, that was remarkably boring. Disappointment, don't you think? Thanks for that. We'll be leaving now.
Very well, enjoy the rest of your meaningless existence.
in there? It doesn't seem like he actually meant to hurt anybody.
He was toxic. He was a danger to society. Thank God he's back in there. And see, we have another office.
An actual office?
Well, what would you think would be inside it? An IWAS station? And over here, in this cell, there's two men. One who tells the truth, and the other...
Who always lies.
No, the other killed his family. Didn't your mother ever tell you that interrupting is rude?
But you keep...
And over here, we have room 223.
Wait, when did we change floors?
I don't know. Check your arm.
Oh, thank goodness! You guys are here to take me to room 222, right?
I forgot to mention that this patient suffers from a severe form of OCDCO.
What's OCDCO?
It's like OCD, but more symmetric. You should start to copy your notes onto your right arm.
Well, you're going to take me to room 222, aren't you?
Why? What's wrong with this room?
The numbers, can't you see? They're in every cell!
I don't understand.
No one ever understands. I wanted to be an artist after my bad experiences with the sciences. And there's no way I was going to be a doctor. But I just needed inspiration. I just needed a subject. So I went to a museum and looked at some paintings. And I couldn't help it. It just kind of happened. I connected the dots of a Jackson Pollock painting. Nevertheless, the museum was not very happy with my revisions.
It's a shame that they didn't appreciate your enhancements.
Your arms aren't equal. Your right arm's a mess. Someone give me a pen.
Hey!
I'm sorry. We have to be leaving. There are more rooms for us to see before we're done here.
Wait, you're leaving? Don't leave! Why? I thought I was supposed to switch rooms! Come back!
He is right. The writing on your right arm is atrocious.
I'm sorry I'm not ambidextrous, but he practically assaulted me. It's no surprise he didn't get institutionalized sooner.
Well, he's locked up now. There's no need to fret. Let's continue on. This chair. We go way back. Tried to teach me the Heimlich counter maneuver. Nearly lost an arm and a leg to it. Greedy bastard.
Wait, what?
Jesus, kid! How are you expected to work here if I have to stop every minute to explain something to you? No matter. Let's go back to the tour. It'll be over soon, I swear. Of course I'm a doctor. I practically run this place. And believe me, I know my hawk from in handouts.
Okay then. Who's in 207?
207. I can't quite recall.
Let's find out. Hello?
Well, looks like no one's in here. We should go back to our planned tour.
Why are you here?
I could ask you the same thing.
They said I host something, I think. It's been so long, all I can remember is my mother. Paper thin skin, perforated by tubes. I just wanted her to get better. Just wanted to help. All those machines, whirring, and it wasn't right. I just wanted her to be home. So I took the bed, I tried to wheel it out of the room, but she was too connected. The tubes pulled her back in. So I started yanking. As the tubes fell to the floor, there was a droning sound from one of the machines, and waves of doctors and nurses. I thought I could help.
Let's go.
I need some water.
Too bad. There are no water fountains in this facility.
But we've passed 3 since room 223.
Do you mean the eye-washing stations?
Do you even know where we are?
Well, look, we've circled back to the start.
But we've been walking in a straight
Your orientation has concluded.
What's behind that door?
Oh, 1084. That cell is empty. but I know who was there before. An absolute head case. Messed up in more ways than you can imagine. Completely psychopathological. Severely depressed. Crippling OCD. Post-traumatic stress disorder. And recently, multiple personality syndrome. There's not a slither of reality remaining. Prone to manic outbursts, wild hallucinations, psychopathic. My eyes.
And now we have a brief intermission. Really brief. I would recommend stay around here, stretch your legs, and maybe